Hello everyone, this is Harumana bringing you a guide on how to make your own drop-off tiles. So as you can see, I've made just a little map here to show. So I'm working on these tiles. I think I got them from Celiana, and but there was no drop-off version, so I had to make my own. So with drop-off, I mean here at the bottom of my screen, it looks like I'd fall off of my map if I'd be able to walk any further. So instead of placing some kind of wall right here, this is another kind of mapping style, and I think it looks quite appealing. So let's begin. The first thing you want to do is see where the tile can be found. So it's this tile, and if you go to tile sets, you should be able to find it. I think this one is in A5, so we can see it's right here. And first you want to export it if you haven't already. So go to the resource manager, tile sets, and take your A5 tile, click export, and just place it anywhere. I've placed it in the default map of so RPG Maker and your projects, and then graphics, tile sets. This way it's gonna import immediately, else you have to import it by yourself. No real difference, but and then you have to open it with some kind of editing program like Photoshop or GIMP, uh, preferably not Paint. Um, I choose GIMP because it's free and it's really good. So once you have opened it, you want to add a grid. I'm sorry, but this is in Dutch, but you should be able to find it. So first configure the grid to have it 32 by 32. And then show the grids right here, and because the RPG Maker tiles are 32 by 32, you can now easily uh, well, see how big the tiles are. And let's start by selecting the tile we want to edit or make a drop-off version of. So select it, copy it, and then choose a tile you don't really need anymore. I'm going to choose this one. So place it over that one so it completely fills the 32 by 32 spot. So write this. And now, because I want to make it look like the edges are in 3 dimensions, I'm just gonna copy this part and place it right here because it should align with the bottom side. Uh, I mean, yeah, you have a 3-dimensional black cube and a 3-dimensional red one, but for most tiles, obviously, you shouldn't be doing things like that. And because they are only a quarter of the size of normal cubes, I'm just gonna delete this bottom side. Again, you shouldn't be doing this with most tiles, but well, because well, so you just skip that part with most tiles. And now, so we're going to select these tiles. We want to add a shade first, so go to contrast and don't really know the English term, but we want to make it a lot darker. I say like this, and then we choose this tool and make sure it's standing on this one. I think standard is that, but you want to make it so the right side is transparent, and put this on like just not on 100. I'd say like take 30, and then you click on the bottom of your tile and you move your cursor to the top while holding your mouse button and then release, and it's going to make the bottom side a lot darker. The higher you put this number, the more it's gonna do it. So I'm gonna put it a little higher I think. And so because we want the bottom side a lot darker than the top side, we also want to do it a few more times where we don't go to the top of our selection, but also just like this at the bottom, and that will make it look like yeah, your tiles are just getting darker a lot faster at the bottom, which is just the effect that we want. And if you're happy, you just save your file, so Control S. And if it's already in your map with tile sets, it's gonna import automatically, but else you have to import it again with the resource manager. So click imports and then click your file, and you are going to need to restart RPG Maker. So now you should be able to find your tile. So on the tile sets, A5, yeah, I took this one and press OK. So the tile is, yeah, actually right here, and so yeah, obviously then you just fill it with that tile. And so let's play test it now. Um, because the bottom half part of that tile is transparent, and then you have a quarter about that's black. You should be careful if your background is not black. I'm not sure on how to do it. I think there should be a tool to make it, that black part transparent. Um, but for almost every map, you want your background to be black. So um, yeah, that should be about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Well, see ya.